So I want to welcome Mark Friedman with Senior Helpers in Boston and part of the Boston home team. Thanks for joining us, Mark.
It's great to be here.
So I have a pretty easy question, I hope. Who's Mark?
Well, now I would say I'm an elder care advocate, but it was a long path to get here. I earned this gray hair. Started life in banking and then went into management consulting, doing high-risk turnarounds for multinational corporations in North America, South America, and Europe. I was finishing one up. I turned around Adidas Retail North America and then stepped in to run it for a period of a couple of years. And when I left, just before I left, I'd invested in a Senior Helpers franchise here in the Boston area that a friend started. When I left, I stepped in and said, I've got some time. I'm a little burned out, hopping back and forth between Portland, Oregon, and Herzogenaurach, Germany. Let's grow this thing. Let's really take a different approach. And I did that for 3 years. And along the way, I really found my calling and my passion. I had an inkling, which drove me to the original investment in the business, when I got active in my synagogue, actually, in Massachusetts. I saw a lot of seniors struggling with aging, and their family wasn't in close proximity anymore. So they were trying to do it alone. And then I saw others, very well-intentioned people, trying to give them advice that wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And so it was a perfect storm. Yeah, it was a perfect storm. So when I had the chance to invest and step in, it was out of that clear identification of this is both a massive need and a huge challenge, maybe even consider it a problem. At that time, my parents were also in their late 70s, and I was starting to see the signs, and I was just like those other kids. My parents were in Virginia, and there I was in Boston.
No, I totally understand it. And I thank you for doing what you're doing. Senior Helpers, talk more about what you guys do every day.
So we're an in-home care agency. Wherever home is, I'd say about 20 to 40% of my clients at any one time actually live in independent assisted or memory care in senior housing, where they've exceeded the level of care that they can deliver, and they still need extra help, and they want to age in place in their home. That's their home. So we have found, and my corporate background helped me craft a way to do that, where we're an amazing partner for those senior living communities and the families simultaneously. The rest of my clients are traditional folks who are aging in place in their home. We have everything from Mrs. Jones, who just needs some companionship and wants to go out for pizza every other week, where we see her 4 hours on the second Tuesday and fourth Tuesday of every month, to Mr. N, who's been 24/7 with me for over 15 years, who's a full quadriplegic in the home.
Wow. So, from what you're telling me and what you're telling our audience, you have a lot of flexibility and working with people. I'm not sure if a lot of people understand what you just said. There may be need at a senior living community for supplemental care beyond what they can provide. And then this gentleman that you mentioned as well. This is awesome information and great information for our listening audience. I have one final question for you. You may have kind of already answered this. What motivates you every day when you get up, Mark?
So if you happen to have my book, or you happen to have a copy of our brochure or any of the literature I've written, on the back of the book is a picture of my parents.
Okay.
Them.
Wow. No.
Like them. They're 90 years old. I moved them up from Virginia a year ago. My sister happens to be here too. It's a partnership, and my brother's a backup, but he's in Houston. But I want for everyone's parents or spouse what I want from my parents. And that's the North Star of my agency. If we won't do it for them, we don't do it. And my parents are clients. So your standard of excellence is you don't want a phone call from your own mother that you've done something wrong.
Yeah. No, that is fantastic. That is unbelievable motivation. I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank you for being part of the Boston Home Team.
Thank you. It's a privilege to be part of a group.